heard thousands of so-called facts in your life, some from school, some from movies, some from the internet. And without realizing it, you accepted many of them as absolute truth. But what if I told you that a lot of those facts are completely false? Not conspiracy theories, not over-exaggerations, just flat-out wrong, yet repeated so many times that they became public belief. Today, I'm going to break down 13 of the most widely believed myths people still repeat. And I won't just prove them wrong, I'll explain why we believe them, who benefited from them, and what the actual science says. Myth 1. We only use 10% of our brain. Sounds inspiring, right? The idea that 90% of your brain is waiting to be unlocked like a secret superpower. But brain scans show we use almost every single part of our brain, even while resting. If 90% of our brain was truly unused, evolution would have deleted it long ago. So why did this myth survive? Because it makes us feel better. It lets us say, I could be a genius. I just haven't unlocked it yet. The truth is harder. We're already using everything. The limit isn't biology, it's discipline. Myth 2. Goldfish only have a 3-second memory. This might be one of the dumbest myths, yet somehow everyone has repeated it. Studies show goldfish can remember things for months, recognize their owners, learn tricks, and even navigate mazes. So why did people invent this? Because humans love to justify mistreatment through ignorance. If we think a fish is too dumb to feel or remember, we feel less guilty putting it in a tiny bowl. But just so you know, that goldfish probably remembers you. Myth 3. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Totally false. Tall structures like the Empire State Building get hit dozens of times per year. Lightning prefers the same places. This myth survived only because it sounded poetic. The problem is, people started treating poetry like science. Myth 4. Shaving makes your hair grow back thicker. Nope. Shaving doesn't change hair thickness or growth speed. It only feels thicker because hair grows back with a blunt edge. Like snapping a pencil, it isn't thicker, just sharper. Companies selling hair removal products loved this myth. A well-placed lie can be a million-dollar marketing tool. Myth 5. Bulls hate the color red. Bulls are actually colorblind to red. They react to the movement of the cape, not the color. So why is the cape red? To hide the blood during bullfights. This myth survived because people love oversimplifying animal behavior. The bull hates red. No, the bull hates being taunted. Myth 6. Humans only have 5 senses. We were taught sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. But science recognizes many more. Balance, pain perception, temperature awareness, hunger detection, and proprioception, your ability to sense your body's position without looking. So why did schools only teach 5? Because Aristotle said so 2,300 years ago. And apparently, we never updated the curriculum. Myth 7. You swallow 8 spiders a year in your sleep. Completely made up. There is zero evidence for this. Spiders actively avoid humans. Our breathing and movements scare them away. This myth was intentionally fabricated by a journalist to prove how easily misinformation spreads online. He succeeded, maybe too well. Myth 8. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. Multiple studies show no connection at all. One doctor even cracked the knuckles on just one hand for 60 years and found no difference. People don't say this because it's true. They say it because the sound annoys them. Myth 9. Humans can't multitask. Technically true, but misunderstood. Your brain can't process 2 complex tasks simultaneously. Instead, it rapidly switches focus between them. So multitasking isn't doing 2 things. It's switching really fast. Companies promoted this myth to justify overworking employees. But now you know. Multitasking isn't efficient. It's attention fragmentation. Myth 10. Money can't buy happiness. That quote is only half true. Research shows that money does increase happiness, up to a certain point. Enough to remove stress, meet needs, and buy meaningful experiences. What money can't buy is purpose or genuine connection. So the real quote should be, money buys comfort, but not meaning. And sometimes, comfort is what frees you to find meaning. Myth 11. You only use one side of your brain. Left for logic, right for creativity. Sounds nice? But it's wrong. Both sides work together for almost everything you do. Even language and art involve multiple regions from both hemispheres. This myth stayed alive because people love labels. I'm a logical person. I'm a creative type. But the truth is, you've always been capable of both. Myth 12. Vaccines cause autism. This came from a fraudulent study that was retracted and disproven worldwide. Decades of real science confirm vaccines do not cause autism, but do save millions of lives. Why did this myth spread faster than the correction? Because fear travels faster than facts, and ignorance repeated loudly becomes truth to the masses. Myth 13. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Astronauts themselves debunked this. The wall is too thin and blends into the landscape. So who started this myth? Textbooks trying to exaggerate its greatness. Ironically, the wall is impressive enough without lies. So now ask yourself, how many of these did you believe before watching? If even one of them fooled you, don't feel bad. Believing a false fact doesn't make you stupid. Refusing to update your beliefs after knowing the truth, that's when ignorance begins. So if you learned something today, prove it. Comment which myth surprised you the most. Share this video with someone who needs to stop repeating nonsense. And make sure you're subscribed. Because in the next video, I'm going to expose something even more shocking. The psychological tricks that people, companies, and even governments use to manipulate you, without you realizing it, and how to defend yourself. Your mind is your greatest tool. And starting today, it's also your best shield.